Hello, it's Jim, and on behalf of the Jim Joe Steve Show, we wanted to take a quick moment this Thanksgiving to give thanks to our listeners who help make our show possible. Without you guys continuing to share our podcast, we don't grow because we spend an absolute $0 amount on advertising. So if you listen and you share a podcast, it means the world to us. In keeping with tradition, we never make an episode any longer than it has to be, and this episode is, well, no exception. Being that Thanksgiving is tomorrow, we know that people are busy, traveling, or getting their house ready. This episode is a condensed version of the Jim Joe Steve Show. If you did want to hang out with us just a little bit more today, we would invite you to check out one of 4 episodes. Episode number 33, Is Steve a Piece of Shit? Episode number 7, The Worst Boss Ever. Episode number 19, which I think collectively we all have agreed is our favorite episode, and we renamed that episode Our Favorite Show. If you want to check out our very first time that we pressed record, check out episode 1 titled Headbutts and Car Pillows. And without further ado, we wanted to wish the best podcast listeners in the world a happy Thanksgiving. Take care, everybody.
No, Mom's gonna do the turkey. Yeah, Dad wants ambrosia, so I guess we gotta get those miniature marshmallows. And I'll do the crescent rolls, and you do the cranberries. You know I can't cook. Yeah, well, I'll see you tomorrow then. Gobble, gobble.
Lil Stevie's Thanksgiving drink list this week on Jim Joe Steve Show.
Here's a story about 20 years ago. 3 bros who grew up in Baltimore to the beach show. Every summer they had to go before they got married with kids. Now they all grown. Long trips to New York and Toronto. Playing beer pong with Captain Morgan's. Free throws. And if you don't know, now you know. Coming in hot, Jim Joe Steve Show.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Jim Joe Steve Show. My name's Joe.
And I'm Jim.
I'd be Steve.
And today,
I'm Jim.
Hi, Steve.
does anybody have
That's
any...
good. What voice is that?
I don't know.
Do you guys ever practice being...
All the time.
Yeah, okay. Good. I always
Practice
wondered...
what?
Doing different voices, like if you were in like a TV show, if you had to do like an animated show, like different voices. In the shower, like nonstop.
I only ever do it like if I'm trying to make somebody laugh.
Oh, like Droopy Dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, see? I do. I try to see if I can get different accents. The ones that I hit, I'm like, I'll never forget this voice.
And then you
And I
forget,
forget
it.
it.
You forget it. Yeah, like the one time I did Kevin from The Office, and I've never been able to do it again. It's so good.
It was so fucking good.
With the bowl of beans.
Right.
You guys doing anything for Thanksgiving?
Could eat turkey.
Love to eat turkey.
Insert Adam Sandler in turn. I am going to my parents' house. I've been up there in quite a while.
I'm going up to the
In
mountains.
West Virginia?
I'm going up to the mountains. We're going up one tomorrow morning.
Do they still have the that main house that they used to live in?
Yep.
Wasn't the whole idea that when they moved up there, they...
When the Jen Farmer clogged the toilet. Are you doing anything special, Joe, for Thanksgiving?
I'm gonna stick my dick in the mashed potato.
Nope. Gonna watch some Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
I hate parades, and Nicole loves parades.
I mean, I don't love the parade, but it's like tradition to watch it.
There is one reason I watch the parade.
Is it the same reason
It's
why I
the
think?
same reason that you watch the parade, and it is to watch the live performers and pray that they fall down every single time.
Is that why you watch, Joe?
Years ago, when I still lived in the city, I was watching the parade, and
I was at your house.
did we watch it together?
We went out. We went out the night before Thanksgiving, and I was in your house that morning.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, and we watched it, and then all the Santa-ettes were doing it, and they lift the one girl up in the air, the one that's dead center in the middle of the screen, and she goes up, and she's not up for very long, and she goes tumbling backwards, and Steve and I were just dying.
And it's playing that like Michael Jackson song, like, gotta get started something. Gotta get started something. And you gotta get higher, and she falls down.
Yeah.
I was like, God, this is going to be a good Thanksgiving.
How often does that actually happen?
So I have been watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade every year religiously for that to happen again one time. That's it. That was the only time it's ever happened.
But it's good to have hope.
Yes.
If you don't
yes.
have hope,
Then
what
what
do
do
you
you
have?
Nothing. What comes on immediately following the parade?
The dog show.
Yeah.
The
that's right.
Westminster Dog Show.
Yep.
I will never watch a parade. I even hate going to parades.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not into it, but like, yeah, I have it on in the background, and I'm on my
Background is
phone.
fine.
Yeah.
Even when we went to Disney World, I don't want to stay for the parade.
But the kids love the parade. That's where all the magic is.
Well, they really don't, because by the time the parade happens, I mean, it's like 8 at night. The kids are spent.
Doesn't the parade happen like every hour?
Point is, parades suck. I just don't like them. I never liked or thought I liked sweet potatoes.
Oh, I love sweet potato fries.
Last Thanksgiving, we ordered the entire Thanksgiving meal from a local farm, Richardson Farms, if you're local. And
Which is exactly what I did last year, too.
and the
From the
sweet
same place?
Yeah, from Richardson's. Yeah, because I had COVID.
It was the best Thanksgiving.
100%.
I ate that for weeks. The turkey, it got better every day. I've never had turkey like that was this, because turkey is a little dry even when it cooked well. Like it's just kind of a dry meat, and of course that's why you put gravy on it. But this turkey was great. But the sweet potatoes, to die for. I never ate sweet potatoes anything close to that. Like the Richardson Farms Thanksgiving has to be the best thing ever.
Did they put
ever.
marshmallows on it?
Marshmallows, cinnamon. I don't know what
it's that shit.
It's
Nuts
pretty
in
much.
it.
It's pretty much dessert.
Candy, yeah.
Yeah.
But hats off to them. And
made
I would
sweet
do it
potato-
every
I
year.
think Jim and I had the same exact Thanksgiving meal last year.
Probably. Yeah.
I made sweet potato fries for the kids the other night. They're
How'd
really
they turn
good.
out?
Really good. Like, not deep fried. I just like chop them up and brush some
You
olive
have an
oil
air fryer
on them
yet?
and bake them. No, just bake them.
During Thanksgiving, is there does your family, like, you guys have alcohol, or do you have a special drink during Thanksgiving?
Not a special drink, but just beer.
Yeah.
Usually the Christmas beers that are coming.
I am all about trying. I haven't had one yet. On TikTok, like it's the
Hot toddy.
It's the hot fire. It's the hot fire on TikTok. Was the two main leads from the new Game of Thrones series? They were interviewing each other, and they had like random questions they had to read, and the one girl read what drink her favorite drink, and it caught on the internet, and everybody like says it, and they say bartenders now are having to make this drink more than they've ever had before in their entire life.
Shirley Temple.
No, a Negroni Spagliato with Prosecco in it. Thanksgiving edition.
I was going to say the same thing. Spagliato. With Prosecco in it.
What is that?
Do you know what a Negroni is?
Never heard of it.
I feel like I've heard it, but if you said what's a Negroni, I would have said it's a beer.
So that's what I would have thought too.
Yeah.
It's just the three liquors together.
That's the name of the drink,
That's
not
the name of the
liquor.
drink. Yeah, it's not the name
It's
of
like,
the liquor.
it's like a Three Wise Men.
Instead of gin, they'll use Prosecco, and that makes a Negroni Spagliato. I fucking want to drink one so bad.
It would have been dope if you had those here for us to
Yeah,
drink
this is
tonight.
the type of thing we do here, Steve. You bring it up the drink, and we go, man, would that be nice to have
I know,
one?
but it made me think of, because Joe the other week talked about the breakfast book. Anthony Bourdain, he talked about like the best drink you can ever have in your entire life is a Negroni, because it's like three liquors that don't have any business being together, but when it's together, like you'll drink it and be like,
It's just a party in your
I
mouth.
can't believe that tasted good, and then you try it again, and you're like, holy shit, this is good. And
like Fireball and Rum Chata.
yes. Like red wine and Dr. Pepper.
Right. Is that a thing?
Holy shit, you've never had that before?
No.
No, who has had that?
Me all the time.
Out of necessity.
Diet Dr. Pepper and red wine is It's the best drink you'll ever have. Maybe better than a Negroni. I don't know. I have to
Diet. That sounds like the most white trash thing I've ever
Yeah.
heard in my life.
I know it does, doesn't it?
Red wine and Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
What's our ratio here?
Half and half. Well, no, you don't really need to do half and half. You can do more red wine, and then I always like to make my drink strong.
So what you could do by doing that is just drink the red wine with that
Yeah.
water you don't.
So I'm serious. You just kind of you pour in like what you think is enough, and then you just pour in some Dr. Pepper. I like Diet Dr. Pepper more than regular Dr.
Is it
Pepper.
because it's fizzy?
No. Oh my God! I swear to God. The next
Do
time
you have Diet
All right.
Dr. Pepper? Do you have it?
All right, we're coming up on our 1 year anniversary episode. All right,
Can we drink Negroni Spagliatos?
we are gonna have Negroni Spagliatos, and we are gonna have red wine and Dr.
Is there a
Dr.
name
Pepper.
for the red wine and Dr. Pepper? Because if there's not, I feel like there's a good opportunity here for you to create it.
It is called the Jim Joe Stevie Leo Show.
Did you call it the red pepper?
The red
Yeah,
pepper.
it's probably the red
Yeah,
pepper.
There you go.
It is basically something that a drink that they would drink in Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But it is, I kid you not, it is delicious.
What kind of red wine? Like a Cab, a Merlot?
Pinot Noir.
Pinot.
You know what's
I'm
weird?
dead serious. Pinot Noir.
It's just the look on your face when you said that.
I was just going to order some red wine. I got it
fucking throwing a sixer at the Dr. P.
because Death Row Records just put out a limited edition.
The Snoop
red-
Dogg.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it at the liquor store the other day.
No. This is just online. Not Snoop Dogg.
Oh,
Death
the
Row
99
Records.
Crimes. Okay.
That's
19 crimes.
19
They
crimes.
that's pretty good wine.
Yeah.
But I was going to order some because it
They
said
got a
only
good
online.
Peanut Noir.
Maybe I could order some of that, and we can have some Death Row Record red wine and Diet Dr. Pepper.
Oh, we have that bottle of champagne.
Oh, the Broette.
The
We got Broette.
We got
Yeah.
that
We
for our
gotta
1 year
pop
anniversary.
that off.
Yeah.
Man, we're gonna be so drunk in our 1 year.
We better do that one at 8 in the morning.
Oh, yes.
You know what I like, which along the same lines, but not exactly. Oreos and Corona.
That's
Do you dip them in the Corona?
no. Just like Oreos and milk. But like I've had Oreos with other beer, not the same. But Oreos and Corona, for some reason, they just go together.
Do you know in my life I've drank a lot of beers and I've never wanted to have a Oreo
Yeah.
cookie with one. Well, how about this? Our listeners, if you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Jim Joe Steve Show, give us some ideas for something you would want us to do, maybe a conversation you want us to have or anything like that, and we'll put it into our 1 year episode. And maybe if you're good enough, maybe we'll invite you. I don't know.
But only our first 100 listeners.
Weirder the better.
Yeah, we'll have to figure something else out. So I think Negroni Spagliatos with Prosecco in it.
And fucking Pinot Noir and Dr. Pepper.
Since tomorrow is Thanksgiving, the one thing I miss about Thanksgiving is the turkey bowl.
Oh, me too. You know, I was talking to somebody about that the other day.
And every year I'm thinking there's got to be a pickup game somewhere.
Yeah.
And it just kind of never happens. And it used to be, it wasn't Thanksgiving unless you came home with mud-stained sweatpants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now,
An injury or a completely life-changing injury that gets you addicted to pills.
we did have a friend that happened to.
Didn't the guy go to like try to tackle, like grab you
Or
from
maybe
behind?
it was it.
I think he tried to like tag you from behind or like grab like.
Oh, I
'cause
thought
you were
he
playing
threw
tag.
the ball and somehow he hurt his hand.
No, he went to tag you and he like his hand hit your back. Not tag. I keep saying tag, but we were playing tag football. Went to tag you, or went to grab you, and he like tore a tendon in his hand.
It did. Yeah, changed his life forever.
so he was a perfectly normal dude,
Perfectly normal
worked a
dude.
9 to 5. And you said, hey, we're gonna go play this pickup football game on Thanksgiving.
Steve was like, "Hey, you want to go play in the game of destiny?"
I woke him up. He was
butterfly effect.
he just started dating this girl, and him and her were laying in the bed, with no clothes on, and I ripped the sheets off, and I was like, "Time to play football, bitch." I just ruined everything for him.
That was the last day of his normal life.
He probably
Are they still together?
No, they're not. It is funny how like things like that. It is, unless you carry on it and you like really force it to happen. Like if you kind of like just suggest, like it's never
and especially at 40.
Yeah, at 40, no way.
Because everyone has you got your friends with the back problem, you got your friends with the bad knees. Everyone has
Pill
ailments,
problem.
like pill problems, like whatever. Family, they can't. Wives don't let them out for 2 hours to go play or whatever it is. So one by one, people just drop off over the years until it's not happening.
It was super fun.
Yeah. I mean, I would do it again. And even when I
balls.
was in shape back then, when I felt I was in shape, the next 2 days, you couldn't walk up the steps.
Hell yeah.
Your legs were
sore.
burning.
You played a little harder that day.
Your shirt was always ripped.
Yeah.
Oh, the big neck.
Yeah.
But that was fun. You go home and you walk in the house and there's Thanksgiving turkey. You could smell it. The dinner's being cooked. There's, you go upstairs, you take a shower, you sit down, you eat, and then there's football and you drink. And then that was Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Can you get on here?
Oh, I think I have. Yeah, it sounds like more of a moan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I'm such a better actor.
Steve did it so good.
Can I get
Can you get a hand? I don't know.
You did it better the first time.
Oh, well, guess what?
intern? Just play it.
Play us out.
We wanted to cut this one a little bit short so you guys can get off to your family plans.
Indeed. For the Jim Joe Steve Show, my name's Turkey.
I'm Jim.
No, what? You got to be like stuffing or mashed potatoes or something.
I'm sweet potatoes.
God damn it. Call me sweet taters.
I'm stuffing.
Stuff it.